Chelsea are through to the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup. And what other way to do it if other than dramatic? This was I don't know how to describe the feeling, but first of all, the match started really nice for us. We are pretty much in control. But before we get into anything we'll discuss in the match, first of all, like the video, subscribe. Let's get to the lineup, because in that lineup I was a little bit skeptical, because that was a lot of changes from the lineup Enzo Maresca used in his last match. Let's go with the lineup. Robert Sanchez in goal, Kowi and Badioshu in as the two centre back, and which is funny because two of them are left-footed, and that's where I was actually in a panic mode. And Badioshu was really, I won't say really terrible, because obviously we were very good offensively. We didn't have much to deal with until he was off. And Rich James at right back, Cucurella left back, Romeo Lavia, Caicedo, Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez, Kopama on the left hand side, which was really funny for me, you get me, and Leon Delap as 9. Now at the start of the match we were really solid. Minute 1, Pedro Neto already had a shot on the goalkeeper, you get me, and kudos to Pedro Neto. And if you have been watching the channel for a while, you know I'm not like Pedro Neto's biggest fan. I'm always very critical of him. I always criticize him. I criticize him for the right reasons, you get me. I still think like he still has some qualities that helps the team. I think so far so good in this Club World Cup. I think he's like up there in like top 2, top 3 of our best players, you get me. And tonight he scored the third goal of the tournament. Yeah, his third goal of the tournament, which was really solid. He has really had a very nice run in this Club World Cup campaign. But after that, I think we are pretty much in control. And unlike us in the first 20 minutes, first 10 minutes, which I've always complained in every other match, is that we kind of go into the game and we let the opponents play, and then we go into the game. We were at it from minute 1. Like I said, Pedro Neto already had a shot on target in the minute 1, and in the 17th minute, Enzo Fernandez had a shot which was deflected for a corner. 18th minutes, Pedro Neto passed a ball to Leon Delap, and Leon Delap passes it to Cucurella. Cucurella cuts in and shoots a very nice goal. And this is where I have to discuss about that Benfica goalkeeper. Obviously, I think around last 3 summers he was linked, or last 2 summers he was linked to Chelsea to be a backup for Kepa. That goalkeeper was something else, brother. That guy saved a lot. Like, that guy was the reason why this match was not even like 7 of 7, or like they would have conceded. This match would have done after like the first half or so. He saved a lot of chances. He saved a lot of balls, and I like kudos to him. I think if they had won, he would have been the man of the match for me. That was a very solid goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper was really at it. And then in the 19th minute, Palmer had another chance which was saved for a corner. And the first 30th minutes, we were really in control of the game. The first 30th minutes, we were at it. We controlled the game, possession, attempts, XG, every metric apart from goals. We were really at it. And Benfica from the other side, Benfica on the other hand, they were really defensively solid. I would say defensively solid. Like, we couldn't get over the line. Let me put it that way. We couldn't get over the line. We are really good in every metric, in every number apart from goals, which was which was I was pretty much relaxed in the after the first 30 minutes. And then in the 37 minutes, Lavia slots a pass to Cucurella again. Cucurella shoots and the keeper saves. Now that I said, that keeper was the weapon that fashioned against us. And in the 45 plus something, we wanted to do it like we did with Tunisia, and then which was saved by the goalkeeper as well. You know, Cucurella passed it to Palmer, and Palmer shoots, but it was saved for a corner. And that was it for the first half. Everything was looking nice. I was like, okay, we come into the second half, because you know we have this fetish, or I call it fetish, or should I say a way of like us being better in the second half. And that is one thing that has been constant under Enzo Maresca. And kudos to Enzo Maresca. what I saw today is a squad that has grown. This squad has grown. Like, we have been in a lot of, for the past 6 months, or throughout Enzo Maresca at Chelsea, we have been in a lot of ups and downs, and I think he has made these players stronger. You get me? We can now, how we won this match and the way we won it was nothing but spectacular. Kudos to the boys, kudos to Enzo Maresca. But in the second half, pretty much everywhere was balanced. You know, we are like 0-0. We are like 0-0. Yeah, 0-0 in the first half. We head to the second half, came back, everything was business as usual for Chelsea. The first half was Chelsea affair, and that didn't change in the second half as well, because it was still a Chelsea affair. The match was Chelsea affair. You get me? And in the 46 minutes, we set the tone again. Palmer had a cross, Delap to Delap was cleared by Otamendi. And one thing about that cross is that if Otamendi had done any mistake, or like he didn't, like, that ball was like kind of heading, if not for one thing, that ball would have been like, it was close to go, or kind of, it would have been an own goal or something like that, but it was cleared by Otamendi, by the way. And then in the 48 minutes, Caicedo had a low, Caicedo loves scoring outside the box. He had an outside the box shoot, and he was off target. He was off target. He wasn't saved by the goalkeeper. And then there comes the 63 minutes where everything changed. We had a free kick, which Rich James took. That free kick, the technique which he took the free kick was something else, brother. His technique was something else. The wall was there, the keeper was there, and he slots it, like, bro. And that makes it, I think, Rich James' last 3 goals, 2 of them has been free kick. One was against Bournemouth, which gave us a 2-2 draw, and I think one was in the round of 16 for the Conference League. The free kick was solid, and I was like, yo, we're back in it. We are in the game. We're ahead. I was like, okay, maybe make it 2, or even finish the game. Because one thing I've said is that our team, we are defensively solid. We have been like defensively solid since January of this year. We have been solid defensively. We don't concede the way we used to concede. You get me? Our defense looked better, and then I was like, okay, we could just hold off this game 1-1 and it's over. But that 1-0 didn't show or didn't paint the whole story, because Chelsea, we are really dealing with Benfica. I was like, is this the Benfica that Barcelona was sweating with? Like, this same Benfica that Barcelona we are struggling with in the Champions League? That was really, really funny. And then 70 minutes, nothing much really happened. Tosin, I think Badioshu picked up injury. I think he was working on crutches after the match. He picked up injury, and then he introduced Tosin. And boy, oh boy, this is a match made in heaven. It was like heaven was writing the script. Because if we had Badioshu return for the second half of the game after the whole weather issue, which we get into, it would have been something else. 88 minutes, the Delap scores, was ruled offside. And that was a fantastic goal, by the way. Delap has a very, very good technique as a striker. That was a very, very good goal from Leon Delap, actually. And we have more changes. Delap, James, Fernandez were out, and then Nkunku, Gusto, and Drewsby were introduced. Few minutes then, mayhem stroke. Match was postponed in the 85th minute. 5 minutes for the match to end, the match was suspended because of weather issue. There were lightning, and there is this protocol, blah blah. And this is where I have problem. This is the country that's going to be hosting World Cup. I don't want to see what happened today in the World Cup. I don't want to see. This match was literally played for 4 hours. This match started by 9 p.m. Nigerian time, and I can tell you this is almost 2 o'clock. It was played for 4 hours. This is not what I want to be seeing in World Cup. With the kind of funny weather they have in US, I don't know. I don't want to see this kind of thing. We were off for 1 hour. Like, a lot of people have slept and forgotten like what happened in this match. 4 hours for a match. We waited for another 100 minutes another 100 minutes to continue the match. And we came back into the match, and I knew like a lot of pressure would be on us. We started really, really slowly. But what happened? The referee awarded a penalty. Which time was that? In the 90 plus 2 minutes. That was like literally the extra time. Like the match was almost done. He awarded a penalty. And I think we were denied a penalty, this kind of penalty, in our last match, because the player was in an unnatural position. Now, how do you give a penalty for a player that is on the air and his hand is on the air, bro? If a player is jumping, where do you want his hand to be? And the ball didn't, like, it's not like the ball stopped the goal, or the ball like change, the handball changed direction. Just a flick. And then I was really, really fuming, bro. Like, I was fuming. I was really, really fuming. Like, I was pissed. I was mad pissed. How the fuck? How on earth is that a penalty? How on earth was that a penalty? It didn't make sense to me at all. It didn't make sense. I was like, okay. Benfica looked like they're going into the game after they scored. I think after because it was almost the halftime, so the match has to go into extra time. So Benfica was looking really, really good. They look really, really good. We were really, really pressing. We were really pressing. We had some chances actually. Jusby had a shot which was blocked in the 92 minutes, normal 92 minutes, not plus. And then the game changer happened. Benfica got a red card, and I think that red card kind of stirred the game in our favor, because now they are playing with one man missing, and we are complete. Then we started killing them. Palmer was fuming after that penalty. He was really, really fuming. He was fuming, and then Palmer took charge of that game. Because after a few minutes after then, in the 103 minutes, Palmer had a shot which was saved by the goalkeeper, but that was not the goal. But in the 107th minute, Palmer had a cross which he passed to Nkunku, which I think it was missed the first time. Nkunku returned, took it, and the keeper on Otamendi, he calmly finished it. And that kind of killed the morale of Benfica players, because from there he was stomping, he was like killing. From there he was thrashing, and boy oh boy, the thrashing was refreshing. They deserve everything they got in this match. A few minutes from there, I think Pedro Neto makes it 3 from a very, very counter attack. He makes it 3, and he has been on fire in this tournament. Like I said, Pedro Neto has been on fire in this tournament. And a few minutes later, Jusby makes it 4-1. 4-1. That's like 3 goals in 10 minutes. 3 goals in 10 minutes, bro. This is the kind of match, if as a neutral, if you are watching this match, you will enjoy it. As a neutral, you are going to enjoy this. But for me, it wasn't fun. After they equalized that goal, it wasn't fun. Like, I was livid, bro. I was livid. I was like, I was fuming. I was angry. I was really, really, really angry. But kudos to the boys who got over the line. I will be facing Palmares. William Extova is there. And I remember him in his interview mid-season where he said, if he scores against Chelsea, he's going to celebrate. I don't see that happening. He's not scoring. There's no way he's scoring. We are going to stop him. But I'm happy. We are through. Step by step, we are through. I think next week we play the quarterfinals. We are through. And this shows where these boys are. Mentally, we have improved. As a team, we have improved. Nkunku, boy, after today, I don't even want to see Nkunku get so. Nkunku has been solid for me in the last 2 matches. He has been really, really solid. He got the decisive goal. Like, Nkunku's goal was the most decisive one, because after that goal, Benfica players were deflected. They are deflected. And I have 2 players I want to give shout out to. Number 1 on the list is Cucurella. Cucurella efforts in this match. You know, I didn't really mention much of him, but if you went as I went list of things that happened, Cucurella was almost at it all. As a left back, he was our most dangerous attacker. Yeah, he was our most dangerous attacker, and he's a defender. He coordinates. He's part of every attack that is heading to that Benfica post. He's part of it. Cucurella today was solid. Like, after the first half performance, I was like, send 15 million to Brighton. We robbed you of this guy. And this guy, redemption, Cucurella's redemption. Oh boy. Cucurella's redemption need to be studied. Because I remember everyone was like, sell this guy, get him out. He's not good enough. He's not Chelsea level. And I get it. But how this guy flipped it. He flipped the switch since like the ending of last 2 seasons, where he started performing well, went to the Euros, killed Euros, bro. Team of the tournament. Like, he was team of the tournament. Won Euros, came back to Chelsea, and back to back, he's been killing it. Cucurella for me today is my man of the match. I don't know who was man of the match, but I think it's him. But for me, he's my man of the match. Dangerous in all form, like very, very good offensively, very, very good defensively. Cucurella was solid. Like, his contribution to this Chelsea team is not talked enough. Like, when I say, I have been saying this, Cucurella is the best left back in the league. Best left back in Premier League. I don't care what anyone says, but this guy is the best left back in the Premier League currently. Like, you can't tell me nothing. He's very, very good defensively. He's good offensively. Most goals scored from a defender last season. 5 goals. No defender. I'm not even talking about left back. No defender outscored Cucurella. And if you look at his underlying numbers, like his defensive numbers, his tackles, you watch. Saka had a very, very bad game against him. Salah had a bad game against him. He has locked up pretty much. Name it. Ousmane Dembele in the Euros had a bad game against him. Cucurella has been solid for us. And another person is Romeo Lavia. I think Romeo Lavia was really, really, really solid. I think the coach will have a lot of headache in that midfield, because the amount of talent and the amount of quality in that midfield is ridiculous. Our midfield is one position where, like, the board and the sporting directors has done a very, very good job. That midfield is stupendous. Very, like, it's a very nice headache to have. And you have Santos. You look at Santos. Santos cannot be in the first team. Like, he has to be Caicedo, and Enzo is ahead, and you have Lavia before Santos. And Santos can start for any team in the Premier League. Like, apart from maybe Liverpool, Man U, or Arsenal, Santos starts for any other team. Romeo Lavia today was really, really solid for me, in my opinion. I think he had a very 8 point something rating before he was changed after the storm for Chalobah to come in. And then Reece James, Captain Reece James. And when people ask when there was a lot of talks of selling Reece James when he was going back and forth with his injuries, and when I say I will never sell Reece James for any reason, this is part of it. Like, the quality is there, bro. The quality is there. On his day, minus injury, Reece James is the best right back. One of the best. I won't say he's the best one. One of the best right back in the league. So, see what he did? He stabled that back line a lot of times. And then I think Badiashile, I want to mention Badiashile, not for any good reasons, but Badiashile needs to be sold. At this point, he needs to be sold. He's injury prone. I think he picked up another injury. You have to wait and see how many weeks it has to be. But I think Badiashile did some funny things twice. He misplaced the pass first time, and I think there was this challenge he had with the Benfica player. I can't remember who was that, but he missed it, and that nearly cost us. At this point, sell Badiashile. Like, it's over. Sell him alongside his brother. Sell the Monaco twins, Badiashile and Disasi. Ship them out. And last but not the least is Pedro Neto. I am Pedro Neto's biggest hater. I like, bro, I I say it because I criticize that brother at any given opportunity. But yeah, but in this Club World Cup, he has been having a very, very nice game. But I'll still state my problem with him. He cannot dribble past his man. I think today he was really, really solid in my opinion. Pedro Neto for me today was really, really good. Like, he was good. Take it from me, from someone that I don't really fancy him, but he was solid. Like, he's solid. You get me? And these are times where I love to be proven wrong. I love to be proven wrong in situations like this. I want Pedro Neto to prove me wrong. I want Pedro Neto to prove to me that he's Chelsea level. Obviously, you don't own me, like, yeah, I want him to prove to me. I want him to win me to his side. Because, bruh, the Club World campaign he's having is nothing but magical. Is nothing but magical. Kudos to him. So that's the video. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Igobi.